Indiana Jones, Indiana. It's a podcast about Indiana Jones. Every movie, 1 minute at a time. Indiana Jones Minute.
Welcome back to the Indiana Jones Minute, the podcast in which we celebrate and discuss the film Raiders of the Lost Ark 1 minute at a time. I'm Tom Taylor.
I'm Pete Bummert.
I'm Jerry Porter.
And we are honored to be joined again by Eric Drysdale. Welcome back.
Good to be here.
It is good to be here, isn't it?
Yep.
We're having a good time,
movie.
right?
Yeah.
I agree. We're here to talk about minute 34 of Raiders, and minute 34 begins with Indy breaking furniture over a human being, and it ends with a plane flying over Jordan. So Indy's fighting the guy, he breaks the thing over his head, and then we see the guy who Marion minutes ago clobbered over the head and knocked out. So I guess he's okay again now? I mean, unless you guys tell me that this guy just climbed through the window and he's the fifth guy that I didn't realize before. But I guess he got better.
There's also a nice shot of it. It's interesting. There's an American flag burning behind him, a little tiny American flag on fire.
Oh, really?
I saw that.
I did not.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Which I had never seen that. I'd never noticed that before until we watched it minute by minute.
And do you have a thesis about what that represents and what Spielberg was getting at?
Nope.
Okay, good. Perfect. Indy's fake, it's not fake on his count, but his reaction to getting shot, he thinks he's getting shot. That reaction is awesome.
Yeah.
That's good acting is what we call that.
Yeah. He seems like he's generally, like, it must be a terrible thing to hear a loud shot like that in a room like that.
Yeah. As far as he knows, he's getting shot. So when he hears that bang, he's like, ow! Oh, wait, it didn't hurt at all.
It's a great sound, too, because it sounds exactly like a whip.
Yeah. It's almost like Ben Burt got his files mixed up.
He kind of scrabbles around his guts.
like he was planning. Like, okay,
yeah.
The second he shoots me, I'll just start shoving everything back in, and maybe Marion can get me to a hospital.
He's tasting his insides to see if he wants the whole bottle.
Oh my God.
Send this back to the chef.
Well, I have a question. Where did Toht go?
I had that question, too.
He's just rolling around in the snow, I think.
Or
where
did
does
he try
he
to find
go?
a doctor? Yeah, did he run to find a doctor?
Oh, maybe.
But
That is actually a good question.
He would have stuck around, because
He's got a job to do, and he seems pretty dedicated.
He still has a gun.
Yeah. Well, maybe. He may have dropped it. I don't know.
I mean, I think with a burn like that, you have to take care of yourself.
He's finding some butter to put on it.
Oh, yak butter even.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Easy.
best.
It's plentiful. Well, you wonder, did it occur to him while he's doing it that, hey, I now have...
The joke's on them.
Yeah, I need to take care of this burn mark appropriately and make sure that it's readable.
Toht is always making lemonade out of a bad situation. Bless his heart.
now I don't have to pay Nick.
That worked out perfectly. He chose the right friends.
In the
Excuse
TV version of this, that, back when people watched TV and stuff, and this would, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Sunday at 8.
After the Love Boat.
Exactly. And I'll never forget, whenever they showed this scene, Marion triumphantly holds up the headpiece, and it's the first time that Indy sees it, right?
Yeah, that's an excellent point.
It's the first time that Indy's like, oh my gosh, she has it. And she says, I'm your new damn partner.
Yeah.
I'm your Mickey Ficky partner.
And it's awful.
Yeah. Well, what's funny, it's awesome that you brought that up because I mentioned a couple weeks ago that the story record that I had that was just the straight soundtrack from the movie, just the sound and the dialogue and no narration or anything.
Wow.
And it was great. And it's part of the reason why I know this movie by heart. But and the same thing happened with the Star Wars story record. Anything that's cut out, I sort of hear in like an echo in my head when I'm watching the movie. Like it's like a weird, like, wait, that's not there, but it's there. And it's the same thing with Goddamn. She just says, "I'm your partner." And so whenever I see the movie and she says Goddamn, I'm like, I'm on edge a little bit. I'm not totally in the movie.
I have an important tangent.
Cool.
Because I think Tom brought up the Love Boat.
Yes. Continue.
There's a Love Boat episode from 1986 where they go on an Egyptian cruise and they go on a search for an ancient mummy. And it's definitely influenced by Raiders of the Lost Ark.
You don't say.
And there's an amazing scene where Isaac, the ship bartender, is like down in a tomb and like puts the ankh in the right place and it opens the secret part.
Who hired the crew of a pleasure cruiser to go find some Egyptian treasure?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Charo as Marion.
Yeah.
There was like that show went off the rails. It was so brilliant for so long.
Off rails.
It ended up in the water. It went right off the rails. I remember there was like a TV movie of the Love Boat, like right when they were about to be canceled or something. And all I know was that there was a robot of Isaac that was used to like assassinate somebody or something.
Yep. You're right.
This is like I'm your new damn partner. I mean, all this is.
I'm your damn robot Isaac.
It was
I'm sorry. If you're a Raiders fan and would like to see something that's really terrible instead,
yeah,
you can watch this Love Boat episode. That's all I'm saying.
You need to have the spectrum of visual entertainment.
Yeah,
you got your Raiders of the Lost Ark, and then over here you got the Love Boat.
Real quick, yes or no? Was Captain Stubbing an asshole?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. He was sort of a smug jerk.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he was bitter because he was the only one who didn't win an Emmy for Mary Tyler Moore, and that stuck with him.
That's actually that's a character. Captain Stubbing is a character.
Wait a minute. No. He retired from working at a Minnesota or was a Minneapolis TV station, news station, and then he's like, "Screw this! If I'm not gonna win an Emmy for working in the newsroom, I'm just gonna become a ship's captain, something like a cruise ship, maybe. Meet some TV stars. Maybe my buddy Ted Knight will show up.
Meet all the TV stars.
Yeah, every single TV star. Maybe I'll get to be on Battle of the Network Stars.
Was he?
I have to assume he was. I refuse to believe that Gavin MacLeod... No, Gavin MacLeod? Yes.
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay, I was when I said Gavin MacLeod, I saw Darren McGavin.
I was asking, everybody's always a little bit nervous around him, right?
Captain Stubbing?
Yeah.
And by the way, it's Captain Stubbing.
Stop it.
No, it's not. It's Captain
Stubbing.
Stubbing,
yes.
Isn't it? I think it's
absolutely.
Stubbing.
Believe me, it's Captain Stubbing. I've watched every episode recently.
I don't want to live in a world where it's Captain Stubbing.
ING?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like Stubbing. The captain on the Love Boat.
My mistake. Like Stubbing.
Oh my God.
Oh Jesus.
I've totally derailed this.
No,
because I'm sure. Look, I'm sure Tom Selleck was on the Love Boat, and he plays Indiana Jones, right? Oh, wait a minute.
Say, did anyone recognize in Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Thank you, Jerry.
Another example, John Williams, Genius.
Oh my
Genius. God. Yeah, you start on the plane map. They're flying, and they get on the plane, and you're like, oh, it's Indy's triumphal scene, theme music. And they play the Indy theme, And then it segues all of a sudden into Marion's theme.
Which is in the next one.
Well, I think in this minute
it sort of starts to swell in this minute, like on the map.
Yeah,
and they did the same thing as he was flying from San Francisco to Nepal. It started out with some Raiders march, and then ended with a Marion thing going into a kind of I don't know, Asian thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's next minute, right?
Other way around.
No, I'm saying weeks ago when he was flying to Nepal, they did the same thing. They started out with some Raiders and then went into Marion's theme.
Gotcha.
Maybe it's just what's on in-flight selections on the headphones. It's the Raider soundtrack, and it's just those two tracks.
Well, I've got one more question before we get to the map.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Okay.
No, but go ahead.
Indy seems mad at Marion. Like he's like, boy, you're something. But why is he
Way to go.
Like what he's been a jerk to her. He comes back, he's a jerk to her again. She saves his life, and now he's mad. I don't get why he's mad.
I'm not sure he's mad. He might. I always took that to be.
He's mad because she said that she didn't have the medallion, and then she did.
Yes. Oh, okay. Because my note was we never get Indy's reaction to the fact that she's had it all along. So is he reacting to that when he says that, or is he just being, boy, you're something, you old brawling dame, you? I love you. Or is he saying like, hey, damn it, I asked you where that was, and you acted like you didn't know.
Maybe that
your
was
place burned down. Subtext.
I thought he was impressed. Like, boy, you're something. And he's like, that's the gal I remember.
You totally screwed me over. That was awesome.
But he might expect
like
that.
He was definitely like that after she shot the guy, because he kind of gives that trademark grin.
Oh, yeah. Huh. That's an awesome moment. That's my girl, keeping me from getting shot dead in a burning
Yo, he's
bar.
not holding his entrails in his hands.
Yeah, he appreciated that.
It's like, yeah.
He's grateful.
Did anybody see towards right after she shoots, there's a basket, like a wicker basket behind or next to Marion, like next to her and behind.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I wonder if a basket and Marion might have something to do later on.
Just like a driftwood yak skull carving appears later.
The American flag, maybe.
I think there are a lot of baskets in that time, in that place.
Yeah, they were crazy about
I wouldn't want to read too much into it.
Yeah. I mean, there's snow, too, and there's oxygen, and there's, baskets.
I guess that flag's not the first national emblem that gets burned in this movie, too.
Wait, what other one?
Well,
wait, then it is the first one?
It's not, well, it's the first one, but it's not the last one.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's supposed to show that it's like her expat place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a place that an American owns.
Right.
Yeah.
I may be stuck here, but my heart's in San Francisco. I don't know. Marshall
I
College,
wondered maybe that was
Bristol,
Abner's.
Yeah,
maybe that was Abner's, and is one of the little bits of junk.
Oh yeah.
Like it probably belongs to Betsy Ross.
Abner did the first serious work on Betsy Ross.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've gotten to Betsy Ross, maybe that's the end of minute 34. Pete, if anybody has any questions that we didn't cover about Betsy Ross or the Love Boat, where can they write to us or get in touch with us?
Look us up on Facebook under Indiana Jones Minute, where we love hearing your questions or your comments or what you think about the show.
Do we need to have like a poll, whether it's Stubbing or Stubbing, or have we covered that? Have we settled that?
It's definitely Stubbing. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was just humoring the poor kid. All right. But come back tomorrow, and we will cover minute 35 of Raiders of the Lost Ark here on the Indiana Jones Minute.
Yay.
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 Yay.